I have in front of me an internet radio player. This is the Telestar IMPERIAL i10. So it's available with free delivery directly from freetv.ie. This is a great little product. We've found a really successful niche market for internet radios. We have a more upmarket version of this. It's quite large. It has DAB and FM radio, etc. But we're just faced with the reality that probably a lot of people in the market want to go for something that's slim, simple, internet only, and it comes in at an even better price than the other units we have. So what we'll do is I'll just give an overview of exactly what we're going to receive in terms of the box itself, and then give an overview of some of the features on it, how we tuned it in, etc. So it comes in this outer box here. We have a user manual which is in a range of languages, including English, okay, and we have a warranty card, things that can be filled out. We have a power unit here and we have a remote control, okay. So we come along here and we look at the unit itself. So the first thing we'll know is in the front of it is we have a little display and a series of buttons here, and on the back of the unit, which I'm going to rotate around now, we'll see where we have our power input, which is right here. And we also have a USB port here, so we could add on something like MP3 files, things like that, so we could play some music. We have a headphone connections here, and in between there we have our line out, so we can actually run the output from this directly over to, we'll say, an amplifier stereo system. If we look at the top of the unit here as well, we see we have the speaker here, so it's quite a neat job there. And the volume from this, as we're going to demonstrate in a while, is quite impressive. And what we have here just is a remote control on it. So it means we don't need to walk over to the radio, we can work it from the remote, which may or may not be quite handy. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to walk over here and I'm going to do a quick demonstration on it. So we've tuned this in. It took us about 30 seconds to tune the thing in fully for our setup. So what I've done here is I just have the mute button here. And what we can do is I'll just turn up the volume to max for a moment.
And they write it that he is a Western mercenary, so they do write.
Okay, and I'll put it back in mute here again. Okay, so that was just one of our news stations here in Ireland, okay? So if I wanted to come along here, and how did I choose that? Well, if I went out back here, if I go into internet radio here, we'll see we had the local radio stations, and it's set up on the basis of Ireland, and all of the Irish local stations is there, and you can do the Ireland Top 10, Ireland All, Ireland Contemporary, Alternative, Christian, so classical. So what you have is you can set it up by region and then subcategories of different genres of music, things like this. If we actually go back out and look at the main tuning in menu here, if we go in here, what we can do is radio stations, music, and we can see we can do the global top 20. We can go for genre, music, highlights, things like this, and we can just tune this way. So what we went for was country, and then we came down, we went look for Europe, and then I went down as far as Ireland. And what we did is we just tuned in the stations on that basis. So if we just go to Ireland here again, and what will happen is it almost instantaneously be able to pull it up. Now that was actually didn't, because it already knew it had the Irish thing inside the menu. But overall, we'll say it's very good. Particularly for people, we'll say, if you have interest in some foreign language channels, things like that, or if you're in an area, we'll say that you're not able to get great local radio reception, or if you want to get your local radio station in a different part of the country. It's just really good. So this unit here I think will be very successful because the price point is great. Telestar is definitely one of the best suppliers we have. They're a German-based company. Over the years, we've bought hundreds of thousands of euros worth of equipment off them, and we found them absolutely super in terms of never fix any products for us. If there is any faults, which are very rare with them, just replace them with new products directly, and that's exactly what both ourselves and our customers want. So that's it anyway, an overview of the internet radio player from Telestar, the IMPERIAL i10.